Hello and welcome to another Media Watch. Media Watch hemi one fala initiative Blue Media Association of Solomon Islands, MASI. And as usual, inside lo kata program blami by mi luki mo kata panelists to kata come together for share experience blogata and also share waka or kata issues we've been covered by media lo this fala week where hemi go past. And also mi everyone save lo this fala Monday we just finished go number 8 lo March imi makem now the International Women's Day. And lo panel blame lo this fala episode mi happy for garan with him yumi okata mere we waka inside lo media. And by me introducing what I come for you, mi okata viewers. On my right, starting on my right, Mavis Podokolo, who hemi one fala journalist blame lo country. Also Esther Nuria, hemi also one fala lokata journalist blame lo country. And then on my left we have broadcaster Cheryl Aumanu, wakata na by panelist blame. And Cheryl hemi also one fala board member blo MASI. And host and moderator blame lo Media Watch, me Gina Kekea. Now, also me talem come today. Topic lo yumi mainly hemi lo Women's Day and okatal mga lo mere lo media okata na weti mi lo panel lo this fala time and babay me starts I think from my right. Mavis, welcome to the program lo Media Watch. Good to us for having you here. Story come a little bit about you yourself and when you waka how long you waka lo media.
Okay, hello everyone, and thank you, Gina. Me name me Mavis Podokolo. As Gina am introducing me finish. Me been wakalo media industry me for 5 years. Me start wakalo Sunday Isles with him Linda Wateseni and lot 2016, and from there me able for making way with me up Golo Island Sun, lot 2017, and me stay with him Island Sun kasim this time. Me start to sim junior news reporter blocketa covering general stories and go slowly me making way with me up as a reporter for look after women's stories, and also from there me able for waka for look after covering story law health stories. So currently me work a lot health stories, women's stories, and some stories law youth issues be me law country. Thank you, Gina.
Thank you, Mavis. And Esther, tell us a bit about yourself.
Yes, thank you, Gina, for having me on this fala program. Me Esther. I start for work in media industry way back in 2014. After me leaving school, then me come start Los Sunday Isles as well, newspaper, and then me stay there a little bit time. And in 2015, when the women newspaper blow Sunday Isles came about, me fala na the pioneers were first establishing that fala paper, and work lo media industry lo yumi him very interesting. As a female reporter, you work along with them other male colleagues below you, and then I think then right now me work with them Solomon Star newspaper, a little bit time with them Pacific Tenders magazine, and then now me with them Solomon Star newspaper, and me cover women issues with them paper at the moment, and sometimes him like general no mana because you saw it to him little bit hard for you me get them to news stories. So me I think him no more from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Esther. And Cheryl, tell us about yourself.
Thank you, Gina. Me Cheryl Aumanu. Me wakalo SIBC. Started off as DJ for One Talk FM and working for a couple of years. Elilo year 2000 come up, and then a little bit the rest, and then me come back lo SIBC lo 2016, and I was there till now. Coming back to SIBC was to do health programs and productions too, and also we present Talodes by Teresa Voice me, and I'm married too, have 5 kids, and that's a little bit about myself. Thank you.
Thank you, Cheryl. Okay, so there you hear mo kata panelists play you me mainly for to follow lo right side to follow mainly kama mo ta issues lo kata women and of course lo here with him Cheryl health and Mavis this fala year you may have a theme blow Women's Day hemi women in leadership achieving an equal future in a COVID-19 world. And COVID-19 you miss have him start last year and one fella something about him na like this fella month yeah hemi 1 year post COVID na yeah. And for you as a young reporter lo how you cover mo kata stories you mention him women and then you go into health and then you look in COVID hemi come how na him like for you especially where you have to like I understand if you work a lot of paper at least you got him 3 stories a day where you have to meet him and also yeah.
Thank you, Gina. Well, as a young reporter, time come of COVID, very challenging for me. Yeah, but yeah, because there's pressure in terms of accuracy on news. Yeah? So during COVID, yeah, also me trying best for me for covering story. At story we must accurate and awesome. So also to me facing pressure lo waka because staff sort of being laid off. Yeah, so little bit waka him little bit stuck for me karemot because 2-3 reporters at arrest. But one thing that keeps me going every day is the passion I have for the work. Yeah, so time see him challenging also bami talk lo experience lo mi lo report lo COVID. Yeah, sometimes lo press conference me garin pressure lo being questioned lo whatever tips me garin but me looking mo stepping stones so yeah for me step on then me continue lo wakablo me then push me to him boost to me to do wakablo me no stop me because me sabi what me do it's me get them out message and for informing people educating people about the what na current situation during lo COVID and everything was then me find him challenging but at the same time him enjoying for me for keeping me going each day lo reporting corona and also I think this fala SOP state of public emergency the regulations at kareme lo reporting a little bit challenging because every information and whatever by you take them for put them out of papers every day you have to get them approvals from authorities or ministries or relevant stakeholders who deal with him health. So it will be challenging, but me happy for me able for meeting requirement law office law publishing 3 stories every day and me happy about him that one. Thank you, Gina.
And for you Esther?
Yeah, thank you, Gina. Yeah, come back for me. Sorry, me no mention him earlier on that I'm a single mother of 2 boys. Yeah, like with COVID, yes, I'm very challenging as in Misaves taka people that got laid off and then being a mother, a single mother, yeah. For 2 boys, I'm bit challenged, but as every day you woke up and then you thank God, yeah, that oh yeah, you still have a job there going, but yeah, and him especially of field too, yeah, like at Solstar, it's demanding. Yeah, you need to like put 4 stories per day. But then me thinking big man number 2 that him keep me going and yes, him be tough, him tough. COVID-19, yeah, but yeah, me still going and yeah, that's it. Yeah, thank you.
So full time last year you were with Solstar. You mentioned Pacific Tenders. No, Pacific Tenders. You lo there lo 2019. That was before COVID.
Yeah, that
And-
was before COVID. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Esther. And coming back to you, Cheryl. Working for being also Miss Sami frontliner too, yeah. And as a mother too, you mentioned 5 kids. And like for you, especially you look back 1 year, you mean COVID na. I mean, post-COVID, COVID time just come new sikima. People you mean a little bit panic a little bit. But for you, how was it?
I'm taking us back into 1 year and we sabi that COVID time him come as a new Siki and also it's new to everyone and the decisions where you make him is based on what imi sabi normal and it's not been proven and awesome to ya and wakalo that for a time is truly demanding and everybody to feel him effect blehem not only financially but your time and awesome And for me, working in a radio station, you can go out early in the morning, but there are a lot of changes that come in, the SOPE, kids being disrupted from school. You have to do homeschool, and then not only that, but then you go for long to work up, and the schedule and the timings, yeah, I'm not coming to, yeah, with them family time and also from experience and also. So you really have to do a big adjustment there. And plus, when we hear what COVID brings, or we hear the signs and symptoms of him, of course, in panic too. Like how now by COVID him come to him arrive, what would happen if he got him? So we started training the kids, and for raising kids, you have to really go inside the mindset block at two, yeah, so that they can absorb what this thing is in the most simplest form. So you started to try and be home and try for practicing at the same time. You have to go out into job and awesome. And not only that, but for Kamlo Waka side, I've been doing health programs, yeah, where every other program's been halted. Health programs have to go on. It has to roll out because you have to inform people about it. And not only people Lohoniara, but for Lo Radio, you have to reach out. You have to reach out into the communities, into the villages, and it takes a lot of time and effort too, for you must try for coming to the simplest term, because you're only reaching their ears, yeah? And they will be here, what they hear from you. Bakota like believe him now, and awesome. So the balancing of it, and then what you hear him, and you like that for put him out, for people hear him. At the same time, COVID is new, and every information that comes each day changes, and from how they try to find him, how they try to study him, and then we know that him no got him treatment and awesome. So how you roll him out to what you share him every day through Lo Radio, him have to be relevant, and we have to keep reminding each other that it is a new sickness. Until now, where it's much easier, yeah, where you discover that there's vaccines coming in and awesome. So through Lo Time, it's not only demanding on time and effort for you actually give him out information, but it has to come in the simplest form now. Apart from that, what are governments doing with the schools and how this package is being packed inside the COVID pandemic? And so, reality, but I sit down, you mean a lot of time, yeah? And especially being a mother, and you are being a mother, you teach, yeah? You teach not only lo wakabli, but especially lo home too, and awesome. So it's quite tiring as well, but it's worth it. We have to accept the change that comes in, and then we have to lead on with work and family too. Thank you.
I know it can be really not really time consuming, but demanding, especially when you work shift hours, and of course you work antisocial hours. Also, you mentioned it could be early in the morning. Station opens at 6. You have to be there at least half an hour. That's like 5:30 in the morning. You're there. 11 o'clock station close. By the time you arrive at the house, it could be 12 o'clock, For you, Hannah, you able for make sure that not only you give him the best you can to your work, and also to your family, your kids, and also.
We have to do substitutes in that case, especially time you go out at 5 o'clock in the morning. Being a mother, you have to get up an hour earlier, prepare food and breakfast, especially to be put on the table and awesome. And there's always somebody to help you out there so that they can actually meet the needs. You survey that stay now without picking in your full time. So you take time out also no lunchtime just to pick them up and awesome, or pick them after school, making sure that everything is being set there and their schedules are being scheduled, that in your absence, the schedule still runs. They do their homework, they go to bed at 9 o'clock, and awesome. Raising my kids in this setting, it takes time and then they get used, but they would ask you questions like, so are you working tonight? Kind of thing. When they give questions like that, you know that you have to really spend a little more time, awesome, not through materialistic things like awesome, oh yes, or awesome, but just being with them and sit around them and help them in their homeworks and awesome. The little bit of time you give him in, and Heramot questioning you saw that, oh, they understand you're going there and they feel satisfied or what's been delivered to also. There are times where beginning Iblomi especially, they really don't want you to go to work. And in the COVID era where they hear things and they know that where you walk out, by people come in or you go out and awesome, and then time you teach him okada that you have to wash your hands, you have to awesome. They see you coming back and they said, go and wash your hands and awesome, yeah, or get changed in the laundry or kind awesome. So these are the things that not only me but better half me him doing same the type of job too where he meets people every day. You go in a different door, you come out on a different door. Different people come in and different people go out. So we're just trying to manage it the best we can and giving time for the little kids.
And coming back to you, Mavis, before me come to you, Esther, you mentioned accuracy lo information or some one fala challenge where you face him, especially during the time below state of emergency, yeah? And you come in the media, I think, yeah, you mentioned 5 years now in the media industry. And I think of the leaders inside the newsroom, they play a very crucial role when it comes to making sure that information where you got them accurate and also supporting you too. Lo a time where you dream stories play you. Do you find that support where you work, especially when it comes to information, social media lo there, sometimes stories come out. Me, I think we look him a few of his stories come out where people question him too, the author of the article. And for you, time you look him osem, how na you feel and what support do you have lo okata instance osem?
Well, thank you, Gina. Side lo that one, yeah, hem to come on social media, you got him stuck and can comment mas pam come out time at looking at stories come out lo social media. First time looking at can comment to say me but I feel down to myself because me young reporter din in can because lo Facebook is seven and can comment no torem kami you nothing him that the reporter him got him family and I mean brothers lo there and I feel no good but lo me take him as me talent finish me take him opportunity for me making way blow me up yeah then me happy with him support where as the gang law office blow me were giving for me especially the senior ones editors and full management office where time ota looking ota encourage me fale say example or say as long as story blue you have balance then I'm accurate and you got them multiple sources then you verify them good I no need for you worry about it anything because if what you report him you think then you survey him right then you don't need for you worry anything just continue for doing good work no ma balance him story and make sure him accurate yeah thank you Gina.
And you, Esther, you mentioned 2 boys and no different osem Cheryl. As a reporter, you go out to meeting people and then you go back to the house and then you milo time lo COVID mo. You practice mo kata what na ya? The things like example if you go to hospital you go to isolation ward or kata garam downing you go in you wash and also do you practice that at home too because you go out meeting people all the way too
yeah honestly definitely that one I have but I practiced at home especially my mom she's a nurse so every time itu fala eran go back house everyone house pa say no hey itu fa puto mata basketball itu fa outside then go underneath lo house lo laundry then you tala go swim lo there before you come inside lo house so yeah definitely that one have been practiced and sometimes imi sabe too sometimes imi sa wasan all the way at time lo COVID yan no imi looking people start to wasim han but yeah definitely that one have been practiced yeah and especially for to fala boy blow me too like me worry too yeah for me take mo back sikilo house so yeah every time kasim lo house festing na you go wash hand full swim before you go meeting kids and also doing bike wakalo home daily chores lo house yeah.
So some changes a little bit, yeah. Also, it's the new normal now.
Yes.
So we miss it
Like
yeah.
yeah true.
Okay. Coming back to you, Mavis, especially as a young reporter inside law newsroom. Me just looking nama International Women's Day. Me just finish, yeah. And the theme also me mentioning women in leadership achieving an equal future in a COVID-19 world. For you, what do you really want to see when we talk about leadership and also women in leadership?
Well, for me, me like looking that come back lo media industry really. Me like male and female law industry ya hem come up lo same position ya because imi sabe that imi sa herem media lo solo hem male dominated but me no believe that one. Because come back lo passion and commitment juga rin for wakaya no mahem about the male dominated and female no. So lo team ya ba me what ba me like him no is me like for looking maybe in 10 or 5 years time imi also mere and men lo media imi come up same na for imi serim responsibility lo informing people, educating people lo side lo wakap imi because imi activism bridge for our rural people, public and government. So yeah, what me like for looking in 5 or 10 years time. Thank you, Gina.
Thank you. And for you, Cheryl, women in leadership, when we talk about women in leadership, you also being in the board of MASI, also that's a leadership role, of course. And also you have other things apart from the work. Also, Mimi mentioned in Save that we've also got family too, where as a mother, you're expected to for leading household too. And for you, especially for your work in the media industry, what do you think would help women basically in leadership roles or expectations?
Okay, taking us into the topic of leadership and associating women in it, my personal take on that is a woman can become a leader in a society or a home, but by him needing support. Support doesn't come only from women. Support comes from men. Because if if nature tell him that man him for marry the woman, definitely woman him sabe supporting man, yeah, which means equally men sabe supporting too and also. In us women, we see that also there are barriers, yeah, where him hinder him now that fall apart where also we can become leaders and also. The channel where we go through was like, okay, everyone must lift him up with a woman. Woman must become leadership. But just talking about must lift him woman. We must provide opportunities. There must be ways, yeah, where we are breeding women to become leadership. But it doesn't come from all women alone in OSEM. It has to be a society in it where have including man, woman, grandfather, children, yeah. We all are there being supporting each other. And the way we are supporting affects who blooms, yeah, or who shines in OSEM. Sometimes we see the goodness in it, a woman, and another person, maybe a youth or another woman or a man would see that, oh, these are the qualities that we need in OSEM. Then if you go hinder them there just because mindset bring me say, less for him win or kind of them. So this kind of ideology or mindset or maybe culturally there's an influence there and OSEM, it has to have an equal or a line, a limit there where we actually come down to how we may look in fairness there. And we're going for the good at the end of it. We're wanting qualities that every Naraman by Save benefit them. So if you can come back to women leadership and OSEM, it's a good call that when we see someone that has the qualities in them, we should help build them, especially in women and in men and also. If men see that in women and women see that in men, and then we come together, at the end of the day, we'll be breeding an equal ground when we see that you're good at this, you're good at this. Every man, they have their own calling. Yeah? They're good at what they're doing. And also. So how we looking, just a personal take, that one is, if we are raising women, where I appreciate that's the call where everyone like him and awesome, because they don't just make that call. We don't just say, we feel like a woman for him lead. Maybe they see what capabilities were offered him and awesome. The strategy and how the channel where you may come for lifting me and I have some causing hindrance there. That's how I'm just seeing it around the line. Maybe you get me.
Thank you, Cheryl, for that. And for you, Esther, would you trade your profession like media, or you like for trading for any other profession more? Media for life, nah? Yeah?
Oh no, yeah, media for life. No, like it's your passion. Yeah, it's my passion. So yes, yeah. But me no trading more for any other job, man. No. Yeah, media for life.
Even though challenging too, yeah.
Yeah,
That
even though
has
I'm
everywhere has
challenging,
its
yeah.
challenges.
But,
And I think finally, Noma, for just rounding table, Noma, imi sabi that imi makim International Women's Day, and it's good that imi gare mo kata young women beli imi lo media, you fala lo here for sharing stories or thoughts, ideas, opinions beli fala. Just finally round the table, quick one for you, Mavis. What would be your advice to any young one we watch and like for come join in this fala industry?
Well, thank you, Gina. What pa mi talem nama, me like encouraging young ones. I think Wakala Media very interesting, because you get to meet people, you get to visit new places, and then also you have a little bit of everything, health, environment, business, every something na. So me looking at Wakala Media, I'm nice worker. Me what them keeping me keeps me going each day is the senior ones. Example, what the women senior ones so me there, that me look at inspiring me to myself. So what about me tell them nama, if you like get in the media industry, you must get to do networking with people on mainstream media, especially reporters, editors, and those involved in the media industry. Also, you get to read a lot, yeah, and keep reading every day. How far by you survey joining or be part of this media industry? Then, if you part them by you meeting stuck people and you go to places where you know Kasim and Savelo stuck something little bit of everything as me talent finish. So yeah, I think him no machina. Thank you Thomas for having me this fella program. Thank you.
Thank you, Mavis. And for you, Esther, what would be your advice or anything you like for living with him, especially for aspiring young ladies out there who are like for become journalists or even work inside media industry?
Yeah, as you Lulu come this time, yeah, working inside the media industry blue me him as me falat mentioned him if I talk about him challenging, him tough, but him very interesting job, yeah. And it's about the passion that you have for the job. So it's all about the passion. So if you out there you got a passion like you say, oh me dream to become a journalist one day, then never give up, keep dreaming, and then by you reach him one day. Him, thank you, Gina.
And for you, Cheryl, being a broadcaster?
If you want to talk about Tumas or me, for you, sabe that wakablina I'm good for become a broadcaster, and it's depending on your passion too, yeah. So sometimes your character or attitude are telling you that, oh, you're good at this, and also being a broadcaster is you behind the mic no maya no looking you, but character blue and awesome him have show mouth no how you do presentation blue and awesome. It's a very good job too for you if you have hear him and you might say, hey, manya sa talk too much and awesome. But if you try it out, it's a very it's a beautiful job because you get to watch some others share it, you get to meet others. Not only that, you go out too. And if you want for an outgoing person, being a broadcaster is just right for you because you're just gonna meet every people every day and dream stuck on you something each day too. So if you wanna try it out, make sure you do. Thank you.
And don't forget because you get to play your favorite songs.
Oh yes, why not? Yes. Oh man, but sometimes but sana mana go waka mana play song.
Blame Sullivan naman. But anyways, thank you so much, ladies, for come on board lo Media Watch Play Me for this fala episode. And yes, suppose you just watch come this Sun Hemi Media Watch today. Imi special little bit for makem na te blog at mere when foldan lo number 8 lo match. So which is why this fala edition hemi little bit special play me for this fala week. But bye mi fala come back more same time next week with the mogata other panelists more where baba gata come for sharing too ogata issues ogata cover and ogata stories where gata wakalehem especially inside lokata newsrooms playumi. But until then, once again, me thank him to mas ogata panelists playumi on my right, Mavis Podokolo, Esther Nuria and Cheryl Aumanu for your time. Wai fala come sit down with him yumi lo panel blo media watch for this fala week. And media watch yami one fala initiative blo media association of Solomon Islands MASI and me Gina Kekia moderator and host blo yumi lo media watch. Thank you fala for start with me fala. Look him fala back more same time same place next week.